guys, it's Cece and Yuki. Today I figured I would show you guys all of my favorite products that I like to use as a dog owner, from enrichment activities to dog walking gear, everything dog related, and my favorite products that I like to use. So let's get into it. Starting off with dog walking gear. This is pretty much the collar that Yuki wears every single day, and then on his collar is the PetCube GPS tracker. So this basically tracks Yuki's activity. It's if I ever lose him, I can find him with the GPS tracker. It's also just kind of like a Fitbit for dogs, how active he was for the day, and I love it. Our go-to everyday harnesses are the Parker & Co harnesses. They're very lightweight, they're really dirty, so please ignore that. They're very well loved, but they also have really wide armpit spaces, as you can see. This is great for dogs with really long chests. A lot of harnesses will rub in Yuki's armpits, but the Parker & Co harnesses are so nice because they don't rub in his armpit. These are typically the harnesses I use if I'm gonna take him to the park and he's gonna be running around. This harness is great for running and exercising because of the big armpits and how lightweight it is. When it comes to a leash, I almost always go for the Parker & Co 6-in-1 hands-free leash. I have it in 2 different colors. I love this leash for so many reasons. It works as a long lead, a short lead, it's hands-free, it's fully adjustable, so you can either wear it across your body or around your waist. It's also waterproof, odor resistant. I have small hands and this just fits so perfectly in my hand. I just feel like I have the best control when using this leash because of how it just perfectly fits in my hand. A lot of other leashes often have a thicker band. It's hard to describe, but it just fits so perfectly in your hand because it's a little thinner than typical leashes, and I love that. On my leash, I also have this thing called a Poo Pal. This is by a small business called Everwoof. This is so convenient for when you're walking your dog and they go poo on a walk and you don't want to have to carry the little bag all the way back. You stick the bag through this, and this little attachment, it holds the dirty dog bag until you can put it in a trash can, which is really convenient. And then I also always have a dog bag carrier attached to the leash. This one in particular is by Sassy Wolf, and it just has little garden and gnomes on it. If I'm feeling like using a really fun, cute harness, I like to use the ones either by Everwoof or Sassy Wolf. I have a bunch of holiday ones by Sassy Wolf. Their harnesses are super cute. They're not the ones that I use every day, but I do like using these on special occasions. The Ready harnesses are really good quality. They have metal buckles. I love the handle on top, and they have cushion on the harness. These harnesses I really like to use for longboarding, and overall are just good harnesses in general. They're very high quality. Yuki loves enrichment activities, and they're so important for your dog because enrichment activities work your dog's brain, which is just as important as walking your dog and exercising their body. You want to exercise your dog's body, and you also want to exercise your dog's mind. These are a few of Yuki's favorite enrichment toys. At the top of the list is the Zenly Paws dog nail file toy, and I'm not just saying that because this is my family's small business. He is truly obsessed with this enrichment activity / slow feeder. I don't know if it's the fun color, the bouncing motion, or the amount of food that it holds, but he loves to play with this. He also really likes his Kong enrichment toys. This one I really like because of how much dog food it can hold, which is really nice if I want to feed him dinner in this. It has a weighted bottom, and basically they just got to keep knocking it until all the food comes out. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Then there's this Kong enrichment activity, which he also really likes. It's just fun and different. Then we also have the Snuffle Knot. You can just use a towel for this, but it has this fun print on it and a bunch of little pockets, but you basically hide all the treats in these little pockets and flaps, and then you roll it up. Once you roll it up, you tie it into a knot. It's definitely a little bit more of an advanced enrichment activity, but he's so good at it. He also has a snuffle mat. It's a great way to feed them dinner because they have to work a little bit, but not very hard at all, because you basically just sprinkle the kibble all over and they just kind of sniff it out, and it's super easy but super fun, and it just gives them a little bit more mental enrichment rather than just throwing their food in a bowl. He likes toys where other people can play with him, so some of his favorite toys are tugging and frisbee. His absolute favorite frisbee is the Chuck It frisbee. I don't have it on hand with me, it's downstairs in my car, but he loves this Chuck It frisbee. I've bought it for him so many times and I will continue to buy it. He really likes this frisbee because it's really sturdy and rugged, so you can also tug of war with this frisbee without it just kind of shredding. I mean, it does wear out. I mean, I've gone through a lot of them, but it holds up really well compared to some other frisbees. But pretty much any frisbee Yuki is going to be obsessed with. Personally, it's just kind of hard to find frisbees that will last. He also really loves this tug ring, and it has lasted so long, well over a year now, and he plays with this on a regular basis. As you can see, he's already excited and interested in it. He enjoys this tug toy a lot. Is it one of your favorite toys? Okay, sorry. My bad. He also really likes this tug toy that I got from Amazon. This is, again, super sturdy, super rugged. This one's also fun because they can like bite the middle. It's like a ball. It's kind of like a go-kart steering wheel. You're gonna hit me with that, be careful. He also loves these 3-in-1 dog toys. I'm sorry, it's real. Ow, you just smacked me in the head with that. Ew. You okay? So sassy. He also loves these 3-in-1 dog toys. These all have like 3 layers to them. It's basically like a really big squeaker ball, but first it's a UFO. Then when they rip apart the UFO, there's a green alien ball in there. Then when they rip off the green alien ball layer, it's a spike ball underneath. So there's basically like 3 layers to these dog toys, and there's no plushie. So they can rip it apart and it doesn't really make a mess. They're very squeaky though. Okay, not that one. A squeaker broke on that one, but like, these are some of his squeakiest toys, so they're a little bit annoying, but that's also probably why he loves them. One thing about me is I do not like a stinky, smelly, gross dog. I like to keep Yuki very well groomed, clean, and smelling fresh, so these are some of the products I use for grooming. His ears get pretty waxy and itchy, so a lot of times I'll just use these wipes to go in there and like wipe out his ears. He really likes when I do this. Does that feel nice? Oh, yeah. Ew, look at how dirty that is. I bet his ears feel so much better. For brushing and de-shedding Yuki, I like to use this brush by Frisco. It works really well with his fur coat to really get off a bunch of loose fur. When it comes to bath time, I like to go in with a de-shedding shampoo. It doesn't like stop your dog from shedding. It's just meant to kind of help break up the fur that's already loose, help de-shed your dog in the shower. Then I go in with this shampoo. This smells so good. I usually double shampoo Yuki on bath day, and then I usually go in with a conditioner. This makes his fur coat soft, healthy, shiny. Also on bath days, I go in with a scalp brush just to really get in there. I also like to use this paw butter if Yuki's paws are getting really dried out, just because he does play a lot and he plays pretty hard, so I want to make sure his paws aren't getting too cracked or, you know, dried out. When it comes to Yuki's nails, he does not like the nail clippers. He does not like the grinders. I tried desensitizing him when he was a puppy, and at first I did cut his nails all the way up until 7 months old, and then he just flipped a switch and he hated getting his nails cut. So I use alternative methods to nail grooming, such as the Zenly Paws dog nail file toy. This is the enrichment activity slow feeder, and it has file paper on top, so when they push and scratch at the top, it files their nails down. This is what I use for Yuki's front nails to keep them from overgrowing or getting too long. And then a lot of people ask, what do I do for his back nails or dew claw? I personally use the Zenly Paws dog nail file board. I have other videos on this about how I do the back nails. If you want to go look at like an actual like video or tutorial, there's one on my page of me using the scratch board. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, my dog can't figure out the scratch toy. If the toy is too hard for your dog, I'm sure they can figure out the board. It's really plain and simple. When it comes to Yuki's oral hygiene and keeping his teeth clean, I really just try to use like hard and tough chews, like yak chews or hard tough toys. For example, this toy is really good at cleaning Yuki's teeth. Also, every single morning when me and Yuki go play frisbee, the frisbee that we use has ridges on it, and those ridges really help to like clean his teeth as well. So him playing with that frisbee every single morning is a way of him also like naturally cleaning his teeth. So I don't brush Yuki's teeth every day because he naturally kind of cleans his own teeth with the toys that he plays with on a daily basis, and also the chews that I will give him that also help self-clean. I have several treat pouches, but this is the one that I grab for every day. It's just super nice. Also, when it comes to dog treats, we get sent a lot of dog treats, and so that's kind of usually what we use, is just kind of what brands send us. I like these treats because they just have one ingredient each in them and they're freeze-dried. Both of these have very limited ingredients and Yuki likes them. Typically, Yuki doesn't like dry biscuit dog treats. The only ones he kind of likes is the ones by Fruitables. They have a lot of different flavors, although I will say some of Yuki's favorite treats are not very healthy. This is actually Purina Moisty Meat in like the beef flavor. These are not very healthy, but they're dog treats. It's not like his main meal, and he really likes them, so I do get them for him. Yuki also really likes these Blue Buffalo Premium Griller treats. They're like little steak strips. When it comes to what I like to feed Yuki on a regular basis, I do kind of change it up because if I give him the same food and the same brand for too long, he just kind of gets bored of it. So I do try a variety of different dog food brands, and honestly, I think they're all basically really good options. Currently, I do like half raw and half kibble, and that's been working really well for us. That might not work for everyone, but it's what works for us, and Yuki's doing really well with half raw and half kibble, so that's what I've been feeding him. Let's get into some of my favorite supplements I like to use. My absolute favorite supplement to give my dog that I will never stop giving him is salmon oil or like omega oil. This has made such a big difference in Yuki's fur coat. He used to shed so bad. I started using salmon oil and it cut his shedding in half. Now, don't get me wrong, he still sheds a lot, but when I don't give him salmon oil, it's so much worse. Salmon oils and omega oils basically help with your dog's fur coat. It can make their fur coat shinier, softer, and overall just like healthier, and I just notice amazing results with it. Also, salmon oil and omega oil helps support their heart and their joints. So not only is it improving their fur coat, but it's good for their heart and joints. So it's kind of just like a multi-supplement in that sense. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend it for your dog. It's a game changer. Moving on, Bernie's Perfect Poo is also another great supplement for your dog. This has fiber, probiotics, prebiotics, and enzymes for your dog, which are all important in helping their overall gut health. I used to use this on my little dog Clover, and it really made a big difference with him. So that's kind of where I got hooked on this. Another supplement I really like for dogs is pumpkin powder. It's really helpful with dogs with like sensitive stomach and just getting more consistency in their like poos. Yuki goes in my car just about every single day, so I like to try my best to keep my car clean and also Yuki safe. So I really like to use this backseat extender. This one in particular I really like because of the tan color. It doesn't show Yuki's fur easily, and it also is really good quality. It's sturdy. It protects my seats from like a lot of mud and hair. When it comes to car safety, I prefer to use a dog seatbelt. It's just my personal choice. This gives me peace of mind. I like to use this dog seatbelt in particular. It prevents Yuki from jumping out the window, or if I stop short, it prevents him from flying forward. And that's why I really like to use a dog seatbelt. It's also just kind of for my safety. I don't want to get rear-ended and be hit by Yuki being in the back seat. I want to make sure that he's nice and secure. And also when it comes to a dog seatbelt, only attach it to a harness. Never attach it to a collar. It is so dangerous to attach a dog seatbelt to a collar. They're just gonna get whiplash on their neck, break their neck, or injure their neck. So if you're gonna use a dog seatbelt, make sure you attach it to a harness and a harness only. Do you have anything more you would like to add? I do hope that this video helped you in one way or another, whether it's how to take better care of your dog or a new product you want to try. And I think that's all for now. Bye guys!